Good morning, good morning, YouTube and company. How we doing this blessed morning? It's blessed because, yo, I'm up. I'm kicking. I'm good with it. You know what? Let's start out this live with a word of affirmation. A lot of times we don't get it, we don't feel it, and we just need to hear it. My brother, my sister, you are worth every bit. You're too blessed to be stressed. You can do it. You have you to do it. You just gotta believe. You have to believe and receive that you are worth every penny, no matter who said you wasn't. A lot of us hear that word. You ain't a shit. You are a piece of crap and poopy doo, but you are somebody, and you're going to be somebody. It is never too late. It is never too late to change. It is never too late to pick yourself up by your bootstraps. It is never too late. You can do it. You got it. You are somebody, and you will always be somebody. A lot of us folks, you know what, we've lived such a negative life. I mean, I'm telling you, and this comes from experience. This one right here. I was so used to the negative that I didn't even realize there was a positive. There was a positive affirmation. I was told I wasn't shit. I was told I was never gonna be nothing. I was told I was a piece of crap. I was worthless. I was told until I started believing it. And I remember when YouTube first started, I was in such a effed up marriage, and my slow behind, I didn't realize I could have got out of it, but I felt that I deserved it. I deserved that pain. I deserved that. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm sorry, I'm still going on a tangent and driving. I deserved it. I just swore I deserved it, to the point that I actually would lie to get that negative attention. I would lie. I mean, I actually told the next that I got so drunk I woke up in a ditch. Oh, and you know how we are. You know how we are. Yeah, I gotta take care of you and all this other crap. You know, they actually thought that I was that bad. I woke up and I was soaking it up. I would soak up. I would be on. I was reminded that I would be on YouTube. Not YouTube. Facebook. I've got on Facebook quit like 3 or 4 times. Only reason I'm still on Facebook right now is for Facebook Marketplace. Whole different story. But I was like, oh, woe is me, woe is me. Please pray for me, because if this is going, and people would, I would soak it up. I would soak it up like a sponge. And I didn't realize, and later on, I'm finding out I was a daggone, emotional empath. I'm soaking this up, and that negative energy was just, I was taking it in like it was crack, but it was eating me up alive. And that's why, like I said just a minute ago, welcome in, welcome in. Well, like I said a minute ago, words of affirmation. A lot of times, look, hey, you are somebody. You are the be all end all, no matter what anybody says. And that's how I feel. So if you, it's like there's like a little cartoon figure, the guy that go get the money, go get the money, go get the money, go get the money, yeah, and he's yelling to himself, and you can tell he's miserable even in the cartoon. Yeah, it's supposed to be funny, but he puts on a mask and he's standing at the bank. Don't be that person. But be that person that, get your plans. Sometimes you got to write it down. Get your plans. Plan yourself out. Have something that is going to be a part of you, a part of your day, and be positive about it. If it's even a cup of tea, relax, take a deep breath. And it's like the Christian song. Even if you ain't a Christian, it's still a good thing to say. Trouble ain't going to last always. There's always going to be a lull in the drama. It's always, you got this morning. The sun's coming up. The sun is out. You got this morning. What people don't realize, and then, at one of these trucking companies that I work for, they tell you, the reason why it's so hard from like 3 o'clock to a certain amount of time is your levels, like dopamine levels, are not there. And your body is really telling you it's asleep. So it's hard to get up. And then guess what? That's when I have to get up. And like some people I know are like, morning, good morning, welcome in. Some people are vampires, but still get you some dopamine and that sun, that radiation, that light. That light is telling you, hey, it's a new day. You're just saying that, hey, it's a new day, but it's also telling you it's time to wake up. And do you realize it's better than a cup of coffee? I was going to get some coffee this morning. I was going to get a monster drink. I said, you know what? I don't need it this morning. I need to not drink that poison this morning. And that's what I did. I got up and I'm out and about, and I was starting my day. But one thing I want to talk about, I actually came up with an idea yesterday because I went on a rant with my wife, not yelling at her, but telling her. People think like you see that I'm moving in a 72-foot long vehicle right now. And what people don't realize is this is one of the most dangerous jobs out there. Yeah, you see me doing it, and I'm flapping off the gums, but it's took me 13 years to get to this point. We got someone that's in the chat right now that's got what 30 freaking years at this mess. And the thing I'm getting at is him and his wife have gotten over 3 million miles. I'm unofficially a million miles, but in 2 more years, officially for this company, I will be officially 1 million miles driving for this company. And I had answered a message on Facebook. A guy, he's just now starting trucking at 60, and you find folks like that. And what he was saying was, the truck broke down. I'm not sitting in this truck no more. I'm not sitting in there funky and stinking and I got to go to a hotel and shower and wash and all this other stuff, right? Hold on one second. This I want to get something here. All right. Stinky Booty Confessions. One thing about driving a truck, everybody, oh, I gotta take a shower. I'm gonna wash my butt. I'm gonna wash my booty. I stink. Well, brother, well, my sister, walking in the world of trucking. This mess out here, okay, do you want to make money or do you want to be in the truck stop washing? Well, I'm gonna take a shower. No, 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 no. Let me be straight here. It's all different for a woman. Okay. And I'm not talking for a woman, I'm talking for a dude. Now, if I'm on the way, this is Friday. I gotta get this load off. I got about 300 miles to get dropped off, and then I gotta fight through traffic, get this other load before a certain time. I'm stuck here, up in the Pennsylvania area. So I ain't got time to get up and go wash my booty. Do you see what I'm saying? But what I do got time for is a washcloth, some soapy water, a little bowl, a little bucket with some water, and close them curtains and clean the essential parts of this body. I know that sounds disgusting and stinky winky, but that's why we got Stinky Booty Confessions. Hello. I'm just saying, it's a part of being out here. It's not a part. I don't do that when I'm home. Trust and believe. When I go home, I'm heading home in a few days. I got to go shave all this mess off my face, cut my hair down, shave my head bald, scrub from top to freaking bottom, put on some nice cologne, and get the attention that I'm gonna get from my wife. She bought me so much cologne. I just go eeny meeny miny mo, and she loves every bit of it, and I love every bit of it, so I get my attention. But what I'm saying is, it is the life that I chose to live. I am not a four wheeler. That's what we call you guys that drive cars. I am not a four wheeler. I am a truck driver. I am a truck driver, and I was putting in the in Facebook, and I explained everything when I said to y'all, and I said, look, brother, you're not a four wheeler no more. You're a truck driver, and if you want to choose this situation, these are the things that go on with this. And you talking about, I can't wait to get out. Look, prison, a prison cell is bigger than where I live at for months on end. A prison cell is bigger than it. But this is my life. This is my profession. Without me, you would have nothing that you have right now, other than even the seeds that some people that grow in their garden. I had to bring that to the big box store. Charles had to bring that to the big box store. Do you see what I'm saying? The car you drive, a truck driver brought that to you. Unless you went to the shipping port and picked it up. Do you see what I'm saying? And I was explaining. There's a whole. Look, if you're gonna say that, you don't want to be a driver. And my wife was like, well, you got to be encouraging, be encouraging. Look, I'd rather you tell me the truth than that bullcrap lies that you hear out here. And you, what's Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, this company I work for, they could pay me $1 a mile. But how many miles will I are you guaranteeing? How many miles will I get for $1 a mile? It might be 5 miles. Do you see what I'm saying? Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for stopping in. And these are the things people lie to you, and then you. I had one dude. I trained, drove all the way to California. Me and him drove all the way to California. And Charles tell you that he said you should have dropped them off. And I wanted to so bad, but I thought I'd choke him. So I wanted to choke him out. I just stayed to myself because that's not the person I am. I'll be telling you. And he got to California and he got his first check. That boy was livid, and I'm sitting there snickering to myself because this happens to everybody. They lie, you believe all the lies. Or, I'm not doing. I'm not driving. And okay, and I told him. I sent a message. He said he ain't driving. He quit. They locked him out of the system on the truck. After that he couldn't even log in to drive. I'm like, y'all. I think that was the last guy I trained to, and and I was explaining to him, dude, this is how it is. They lie to you. You have to learn to find your way in and out and through all this. You got to learn this. You see what I'm saying? And all you new people, I see there's some new people in there. Hashtag can't stop. Drop your link, and it will share you out. But back to my story. He was trying to be friendly or whatever the whole way back from California, and I promise you, I wasn't hearing it. And I was like, you know what? Let me be nice. And, 'cause I wanted to drop him off in Arizona. And they said, nah, bring him back to the yard. And long story short, we got all the way back to the yard. And I was in the safety line. He asked me, could you give me he literally, because I ain't really speak to him the whole time. He said, can you give me a drive and can you give me a lift to my, uh, a lift to my house? I looked at him. Have you lost your effing mind? Get out of my truck. We was on the yard. I literally said, get out. I was laughing myself silly. But back to the story. You want to be encouraging driving this, then get with someone who knows. Sorry about the light. That's the sun. I can't block out the sun. Actually, for a moment I can until we get to a better spot. Um, and I just was going on a rant and telling, look, bro, you think because you're a little hot and sweaty right now. I said, you think because you're a little hot and sweaty right now, wait till 2 or 3 months from now when you're heading towards California on I-80 when there's 60-mile-an-hour winds. There's a whiteout conditions, and you want to know what to do. Well, if you have another friend that's got 3 freaking million miles on him, he will call you up because he does this crap so much and says, hey, can't stop. You heading to California, ain't you? No, don't get on 80. Drop down to 70 or drop down to 10 and go across because of this. And he'll send you a daggone a picture of the whiteout conditions because he's so crazy. He'll drive through it. He won't let his wife drive through, but he'll get out and say, nah, I got this. Give me the wheel. And he'll drive through it. Check my video. I think it's a short or something on my page. He'll drive through that mess. But he know I ain't with it. And the friendship there is, man, appreciate you. Got my back. I remember one time I had my wife in the truck, and we were going over Cabbage. I think it was Cabbage. Yeah, we were going over Cabbage. And he said, hey, man, you better get to stepping. I said, why? There's a storm coming. And I said, oh, don't tell me twice. And the wife was like, slow down, slow down. She was scared. And I can't go no faster than 65 anyway. It's covered. Slow down, slow down. And I'm like, I ain't slowing down. I said, you might want to get in the back and go read your book and close the curtain or something. But I'm not slowing down. This is a storm coming this way. We got to get the heck up out of here. And she was nervous and looking, and I kept my cool because I know, because my buddy told me, hey. And what I'm saying is, look, you got people out here that been through something, that are willing to tell you about something, to give you that knowledge for that something so you can survive. But don't come on here telling me I'm a little sweaty and my panties are bunched up in my booty. Really? Really? Bro, you see we passing them? Guys parked on the side of the highway trying to get some sleep. That's what this is about. I don't do that because I get up early so I can park early. And look, I learned that a long time ago. But what I'm saying is, we trying to tell you something. And I said, you got so many people, and I said it in a jokingly manner. You got so many people trying to tell you something in a jokingly manner, but we're telling you our experiences. So you can survive. And he took it like I figured he would. Because this guy's a straight up dude. He took it. He said, man, I appreciate that, blah, blah, blah. But what I was trying to tell my wife, that's why, we have this, I don't need, and I had to throw this in there, guys. I don't need it. And when and I'm not talking about you single women that I'm good, you good. So if this ain't pointing at you, it should go over your head at warp speed. But I'm talking about them when I'm the mother and the father. No. See, you got to understand when a man steps in and tells you something, especially because he's been through it, or he's telling you like a son or a daughter, baby girl, don't do this, don't do that. Because men are thinking this way. They want to just use and abuse you, then spit you out like a piece of crap. And I'm telling you this because I've done it, and I'm your father, and I feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying? Or son, treat that woman like the queen that she needs to be, but watch your back, watch your feelings. Learn that you can trust a woman. But sometimes, even when you trust them and you've been with them a long time, when they go for the jugular, you be prepared that they love you, but that emotions are gonna step in and it's gonna cut hard. But when they cut you a few times, you can stand it. Like my wife knows, but the enemy, she can hit. And when she goes for that jugular, whoo, crawdaddy, boy. I mean, it's like what chop? Like that's why I posted stuff. I don't know what I'm talking about because she was like she heard me talking about one of my lives. Like, oh, you think you're the relationship guru? No. So sorry, I'm not the relationship guru. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I just have fun talking about it. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? But the whole thing is, we want to be coddled. We want to be coddled. Don't be coddled. You need to have that person. No, not. And let me say it like this. And I promise you're gonna understand. Not that person that I just got to keep it 100 and tell you how it really is. Not that idiot. That's someone who's still got a lot of hurt and they're hiding it behind, I'm just gonna keep it 100. No, I'm talking about that real friend that has waited 6 months to a year to tell you something, but they're trying to figure out that one time or the one space where they can slip it in and they know it's not going to hurt your feelings, but they know you're going to receive it the right way. You're going to understand it the right way. You're going to figure out, you know what? what you just said was totally right. Because that happened to me, I think, a month or two ago. Something was told to me, and I received it so, I'm like, damn. And I was like, I knew that mother ever wanted to tell me that a while ago, but I probably wouldn't have took it. But now I took it, I thought about it, and I ingested it, I received it. But we nowadays want to be so coddled and want to blame everybody else, but no one want to came in and tell us the truth. What's a good one? Do I look fat, need jeans? There ain't no proper answer. Even if you was slim, trim, and whatever, no proper answer. But ladies, know this: if I got a problem with you wearing something, I'm gonna say it. Well, other than that, I'm gonna shut my mouth because I can't even explain all the stuff that attracts me to my wife. And I realize I've never said so many times. I've never said it. And I wanted to tear up or be. It was smiley face about that. I welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm sorry, guys. I'm driving. I never said so many times in my life one thing, and that was my wife. It's the little things that you don't realize. I said the missus, my wife, love of my life, yada yada yada. I didn't say that in my first marriage. I was saying that B and the blah blah stuff. Lord forgive me. But what I'm saying is, shoot, I don't know what I'm saying, but y'all get the punch. Y'all get the hint. But see, we want. Do you want to hear the? Do you want to hear me sugarcoat something? But and it goes back to telling you about trucking, and it goes back to driving this truck. You know what I'm saying? One of the things is you can't be driving this truck and arguing with no daggone woman or no daggone man because you can't be emotional behind this wheel. There's been many times where argument was ensued that I had to hang up the phone. You ain't gonna have me, and say, screw this, I'm driving as a bitch. No, no. Not player. We ain't doing that. We ain't going there. But that's one. I'm being honest with you. You got to tell you that sometimes it gets in here, and all you need is just to hear or see another human being. I call Charles and say, hey, what you doing, nothing? What you doing, nothing? We talk about the same stories, or I must have told this Jeffro the same story a million times. We tell each other the same stories a million times, and then I'm energized. All right, man, but I'm gonna listen to some music. Catch you later. Hey, later, bro. That's part of doing this job. That's part of doing being a truck driver. Or you know, when you start swerving this thing in the middle of the night, oh, okay, all right. You know what? I might need to pull over, take a nap because science is telling you that you consciously seeing that, but subconsciously your eyes are already taking naps. You're doing really quick small naps, and people don't realize that. You wonder why you nodding off because you're trying to push through. Nah, I have levels of where I know. Okay, nope, got to pull over. And guess what? Yesterday afternoon. I was sitting in traffic, and then I was down a couple of hours. I said, well, I can make a little further than that. Now I started feeling it. Oh, no. Time to pull over, player. And that's exactly what I did. That's the thing. You know, did you get enough sleep? But you got to get to the next job. But you said if I can make it to so and so. A new person can't do that. But you want me to call you and say, oh, congratulations, you made it in that their little straight back shot at the local pilot or the local petro. You see what I'm saying? Uh, oh, you made it in. How about that really tight ass spot at the dock where you got to swing around a wall? Hello, you got to swing around the wall, and you had to get out about 32 times so you didn't destroy the other trailer that's really close to you. See, these are the things. I remember, brother. He waited. Boy, y'all would have cracked up. Y'all would have seen what the way I was acting. I was throwing a temper tantrum out in the front of the truck, and mother, I couldn't get it in this. I couldn't get it in this hole to save my life. Hey, you guys with the dirty minds. We're talking about trucks now. I couldn't get it in the hole to save my life. And then afterwards, the guy comes up and says, old brother. He said, hey, when I finally got in the hole, and I'm like just sitting there, oh Lord, gee. I'm calling out Jesus after I done cuss out, said every cuss word in the book. Lord forgive me. And the guy said, hey brother, I wanted to wait and let you get in there before I said something. And he started, what the? Okay, he wanted to say something, and he said, brother, this is how you do it. And he started explaining step by step when you're, looking to get into a dock and unload. And would you believe I do that till this day? And see the same thing where, we, someone will sit there and tell you something. And you see on the, you see on these on these YouTube streets, these are nice folks, but you're holding on to a lot of pain. And I'm tough and I'm this and I'm that. But yeah, you are. You done made it through. But do you want to heal? Do you want to create? Do you want to create healthy boundaries? And I never knew what that word was for years until I started using it. Hey, don't talk to me like that. Hey, it don't need to be. You don't need to be. You don't need to raise your voice. Say, look, I don't know who you think who you think you're talking to or whatever, but please don't talk to me like that. And if they don't listen, look, lose the number. There's a block for a reason. Lose the number. Please don't talk to me like that. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's a part of it. I didn't know, cause look, bro. Captain People Pleaser here. I didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings. While my feelings got hurt left and right. You know what I'm saying? Do you want to live a lie, or do you want to learn how to deal with the truth? A lot of times, the situations that we're in is nobody's fault but our own. It's nobody's fault but our own. It's so funny. I heard someone say, I don't want to be with some boring person and blah blah. I don't want to be with that type of person. I never I never felt that, but it's so funny when I think about it. When I met Norma, it ain't been born yet. Walking Vegas, Cozumel, different Caribbean islands, cruise ship after cruise ship. Zip lining 55 miles an hour, walking through New York, Manhattan, I mean, really, I remember we took a picture together. I never thought I would be with someone that would be in the truck and take a picture at the welcome to Utah sign. We sat there and laughed and they came in the truck. The only person that would come ride with me. I said, I'll go with you. And she said the same thing about me. She said, or Mardi Gras. I've always wanted to go and went with her. And we sat there and got almost the crap beat out of us by them throwing them beads. These things, guys. You're like, I don't want to walk all over. I don't want a man that let me walk all over him. And I was funny because that started really sucking into my soul. And I asked my wife. I said, baby, is do, am I that type of person that you would think I'm gonna walk over him? Am I simple, whatever? And she started laughing, and she said, "What? Nope." And you know that when a woman says something in the tone of her voice, she's serious. Nope. And she mentioned it like she mentioned that point. Well, I call it bucking up, and she said, especially when you buck up, when it's something that we ain't doing. Because look, the Bible says two shall leave their mother and father and cleave unto his one. I'm so sick of hearing this submit bull crap. How do you submit to yourself? Explain that one to me. When you cleave unto his one, you're one being. And even if I say, well, I'm the head, all she has to do is rub her hand on my face, baby. I don't think we should do that. Okay. Oh, okay, yes, ma'am. And another lie. And you know that lie that I say, guys, I broke my live record and on a remix or whatever we call it nowadays. I think I'm at like 200 people have watched that one, but it's still the same thing. We everybody's worried about who running stuff. I don't want to worry about that I'm the one running stuff because I said something and she just nonchalantly she didn't say it's snotty or whatever, and she said, well, I remember one person wanted to do this and I said it wasn't a good idea, and what happened? And I was like, um, yes, dear. And I remember the same thing when we laugh about it because we know how to when in the right position how to talk to each other. When she wanted to go to Bermuda, I'm like, you sure you want to go to Bermuda? Have you looked on a world map where Bermuda is? It's not in the Caribbean. And yeah, I want to go. I was like, okay. And she was miserable the whole time. And I had the time of my life because I'm ex-Navy. And I sat there and laughed the whole freaking time because she don't like to take medication. She don't like to take the seasick, but it's gonna make me sleepy. Well, guess where you stood half the time on the ship in the bed because you was seasick. And I kept on, I was back at the bar having another beer. Hey, baby, you all right? I'll check in. I was having a ball because I'm next Navy. I don't get seasick because I got all that out of my system years ago. But the thing that I'm saying is, we need to find these little words that are trigger words because a lot of women, a lot of men, we both have been in survival, like danger zone. We've been in survival mode that we're not. I'm not dropping my you know, I'm not dropping the bulkhead doors. I'm not opening up the hatches. I'm not letting no one in. because I don't trust nobody. But a lot of times we need to say, I don't, you, what you need to say is, I don't trust my choices because I've chosen so many effed up times. And guess what? You think, ladies, you think I'm attacking you? I said that to myself. I don't trust my choices because I always choose these screwed up women that treat me like crap and drop me like a piece of dirt. Wow, I just was reminding myself. But one day I just humbled myself and sat down. I tell the story all the time. Wrote down a list. Is this woman right for me? List. And I said, it was like the Holy Spirit was talking to me. And it's like I was asking for this type of person. And I promise you, she popped up out of nowhere. She popped up out of nowhere, and that I'll never forget. It keeps me humble to this day. Humble, humble, humble. And the thing I'm getting at is the stuff I'm telling you. I done been through. I done been through. And see, you have to be humble enough to understand. Am I fully healed or am I not? Have 99.9% of us, we can't afford counseling. We can't afford. We just deal with it, move on, shove it down to the bottom of the pot. Don't stir it down there, and just let it sit. And then it comes up, and then the next person has to deal with it, or the next person, or the next person. And the things, these things have consequences because eventually it's going to bubble up. Eventually it's going to resurface. It does it every once in a while. That's why I spend my time looking to, what's the word, soothe the savage beast. A lot of us do that. I sit outside for hours, looking around, enjoying the blessings. You know, I'm not worrying about the almighty bag and all that stuff. These people, I've seen some stuff that just makes me sick. You get someone who makes over 100,000. That ain't enough. Oh yeah, you're right. But you got people that's making minimum wage, 12, $13 an hour. You got Mexicans. You got Mexicans making money under the table, not even legal, and driving brand new trucks. And when they go shopping, they stuff full to the rim. But you worried about that little, blah blah blah. And you see them people smiling for whatever, and God forbid they do one of them quinceañeras and they start partying. Well, we we got a group over there behind us. When they start partying, boy, oh Lord, it's a freaking hilarious. And they just be getting it. They be having a ball. I'll just say it like that. I'll say it like that. But sometimes you have to, in one way or another, realize it's time for a change. It's time to re if it's starting to come up again and you thought you buried it real deep, it's time to revisit and work on it in prayer, fasting, supplication, talking to somebody. Let it. Let's fix this mess. You know, and then go back to enjoying your. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at the left! Look at the left! John Deere! Woohoo! Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't even know what it is, but it's a John Deere. Hey, y'all see me get excited about a John Deere. But sometimes I sit there and have regret. I have regret. I have regret, regret, regret. But then I looked and said, you know what? I wasn't ready. Sometimes, guys, sometimes we're not ready for the blessings that the Almighty is ready that that is ready to give to us. And so he has to change the time. He has to change the date so that we will be ready for the blessings that he's going to bestow upon us. Do you see what I'm saying? We have to be ready for it. Like right now, you know what? I'm gonna be home like maybe a day early. I'm already throwing in my head. I'm gonna get me a scoop of sand and do some more leveling on the front lawn. I don't know how to take a break, but guess what? That sweating and what that grinding, that's my taking a break. I've seen on my cameras what I knew was coming was the northern grass that I laid down there that looked all nice and green in certain parts of my lawn are starting to die off. And I got me what's called a sod plugger where you shove it into the ground and you pull it up and it takes like a little round area of sod and then of the grass and you can put it in dirt certain spots and it's going to spread out and make that area just as good. And I was telling my wife, now it's time to stop buying the lawnmowers and start working on the lawn. I got all this good equipment, but I got a crappy lawn. Now it's time to fix up the lawn, make it look better, make it a part of the home, and enjoy that peace that that thing gives to me. And I'm always talking about urban's in here. You guys, when you get a chance, check out her channel. She does a lot of planning and stuff like that. But I promise you, I love the Saturday morning, which is going tomorrow. So, because I'll be heading to Louisville, Kentucky, so I'll be listening in the Saturday morning live that she does. She picks a subject and whatnot, and it's funny because I also always say it when she gets upset or pissed, like you see I do. I go up and down. I get louder and quieter. And she gets upset, and you hear that Jamaican come back. Jamaican accent makes my day. I'm screaming and laughing at the time, and it's a blessing because you don't. A lot of guys, y'all don't realize that a lot of us come to your channels because something you said, something you did, something key that you said. Oh, I got to hit that bell, and I got to revisit this channel. I got to revisit and learn about planting, and it's a learning curve because living in Canada, that's cold, and you got stuff outside. That's got to be a really short window, you know. That's a real short window, and my man Mike, same thing, really short window. But then you look, he say, "This is my outside garden," and you're like, "Damn, I ain't never gonna get there." But you guess what? You listen in. I asked Mike. I said, "I got a problem. I just bought this plant. Now it's shriveling up." And he said, "Okay, this is what you do. Stop ordering. Go, get some uh, uh I forgot the Epsom salt. Put a little Epsom salt." Man, homeboy, it's only been a couple of days and it's greening up again. Oh, oops. Power. There's power in knowledge. You just gotta learn how to ask it. Power and knowledge. You just gotta learn to ask, and you shall receive. Seek and ye shall find. you know, these are the things that I'm talking about. But sometimes in I'll go to relationships. Yes, I'm all over the place. Deal with it. In relationships, you got to figure out in your own relationship, or when you come into a relationship, you got to figure out when is the right time to say something. Don't. Well, I'm never gonna say it. No, there's always a right time to say something. Look at this mess. $875 million for Powerball and 560 for Mega Million. I know Christian wise we ain't supposed to ask for that, but yo, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. I'm just saying. I wouldn't mind. Let me get past him. I don't like to be neck and neck with another truck driver. I'm just saying. But when it's going, sometimes you gotta, but I'll go back to what I'm talking about driving a truck. Sometimes you gotta be blunt about driving the daggone 18 wheel. Sometimes you gotta be blunt because I don't want to be the one. You're never responsible for somebody else's choice, but I don't want to be the one to, or my spirit said, you know what, you need to tell them, and I don't, and then they wind up dying because of it. I had a friend, Lisa. Um, we went through training together to learn how to drive a truck, and she went to a different company than mine, and we she was having a hard time of it, and I was actually doing pretty decent, and I was going through some mess with all these women and whatnot, and dating and so forth and so on. And she asked me, well, you know, can I come over there and drive with you? And I said, nah, I don't think that's right. I just started dating, blah blah blah. But I was miserable anyway, and I s- and I finally, you know what? I said, okay, but we're gonna have some, we gotta have some rules over. We gotta have some rules over here. And you know, a lot of times is okay when you close that curtain, because there's a curtain between the front and the back. When you close that curtain, you got to, talk out. Hey, I'm coming back there. You decent. And I promise you, I didn't take my clothes off. I didn't take my pants off the whole time she was in that truck. Out of respect, I don't want to be in my underwear or no innuendos or whatever. And we we lived like that. Yeah, I know, guys. Stinky booty confessions. We lived like that for a good minute, but we became really good friends. And she would get up an hour or two before it was her turn to drive, and so forth, and talk, and she had contacted me about a month ago, and she reminded me. I thought I kind of exemplified all the drama that I went through. It was actually worse than that. And she was reminding me, and I was like, wow. And but before all that, I was showing her how to back up, and she was getting frustrated, and I was screaming because she was about to hit something. Hi, stop! And banging on the truck because I knew she was about to hit something. And this happened a few times. It happened a few times, and she just got mad at me, threw the keys, and went in the truck and went in the back and wouldn't talk to me, and wouldn't talk to me for like 2 days. And I remember what I said, and I said it when I waited. I said, look, you can stay mad at me for the rest of your time. I don't even care. But I was showing you how to back up, and you almost hit another trailer, which you'd have probably lost your job about 4 or 5 times. And I saved you from that, from yelling at the top of my lungs to stop you. Regardless of how you feel, and this is the problem in the trucking industry, men will take over and not let you park. So when you're out on your own, you don't know what the heck you're doing. And ask Charles, he's seen it a million times. That a female driver can't even do a straight back. I said, no, you gonna learn one mother effing way or another. You're gonna learn how to back up this truck. because I'm your friend and I'm here to help you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And from there we became good friends. She a trumper though, but that's a whole nother story. But we became good friends, and she knew once I met Norma, you know Norma marked the territory like, no, you can't have female friends, and backed off, and I understand. And you got to learn from that and those things. And welcome in, welcome in. I don't know if there's some new folks or whatever, but it tells a story. Did you want me to lie and coddle you and just take the keys and back up so when you're on your own, you ain't gonna learn it? Or do you want me to treat you as an equal and show you and make you do it over and over until you got it? These are the things that we have to figure out. Is it times right? Does it, am I gonna argue, blah, 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 when you got two people arguing, nothing gets done and it just gets worse. Tell me I'm lying. Someone has to have the calmness. Someone has to have the peace of mind to figure it out. And that's why when like I said, I heard one guy say this. He said emotional maturity. That is that's my goal from this day forward. Try to find and have that emotional maturity. Because I sure enough don't have it. You know what I'm saying? I sure enough don't have it. Oh, I see the hey G Quack Traditions. Hey, good morning. How you doing? Um, but I'm always willing, always wanting to learn to get to the next level. And the next level, I don't even know what the next level is. But if it brings me more peace, if it brings me more understanding, I can't wait for the next level to manifest itself before me. Y'all keep me in your prayers because I'm gonna be spazzing out next week because it's time to go home. It's time to go home, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to go home because I want to go home. Just being blessed, and always. And one more word of affirmation: the same thing I said earlier this morning. You are worth every penny that you have, and some. You are too blessed to be stressed. You got this. If you're thinking about growing your channel, check your analytics. See what gets you going. See what sells. You know how I get folks. I put music. I say it again. I put music. Look. Truck passing me. I add music to it, and I get folks. I'd say by September, October, I might be at 1,000, and then I got to work on them hours. But hey, I want to know I could do it, and it again, it comes back to that positive energy that you guys throw out there. That's why I'm a part of this YouTube streets. That positive energy. Thank you for all the folks that have been positive to me. You just don't know what it meant and what it means. You got some folks that I'll watch. I won't watch it. I'll turn the phone over, turn it on, get you the hours because it's some stuff. Y'all know where I'm going. You know where I'm going with this. But we're gonna go ahead and shut down. You know what? Let's close out with a word of prayer today. Father God, in the name of your Son Jesus, Lord, we just say thank you, Lord. Thank you for keeping me thus far on this road and keeping me in my lane. Lord, I ask that you would bless the people that are in this chat room right now, that are just hearing and that are here for entertainment purposes. But we just say thank you, bless them, let them know that they are loved by you and also by me. In Jesus' name we pray. Y'all have a blessed day. See y'all Monday. See y'all in the chat rooms all around, because I'm going to be sitting in Louisville, Kentucky till Monday morning, waiting to be unloaded. But that's all right. That's okay. We're going to do it anyway. Hey, see y'all Monday. Peace.